one can take the mark. Shaw fumbles. Now it's Scotty's grab, holding the ball against him. And down he goes, Don Scott, the Hawthorn skipper. Of course, not the most popular guy with the crowd here, particularly 90% of them being Collingwood supporters, Peter.
I think Scotty would be urged on more by boos than cheers, Lou. I don't mean B-O-O-Z-E either. It goes towards the half-forward line. That kick, it's another mark for Collingwood, taken by Dennis Banks. He's played pretty well tonight for Collingwood too. I see in the hands of the trainer's Eve back there. Seems to be okay, though. Towards half-forward, and that's a mark. Brought in by, looks like Johnston, is it?
Brewer.
He must have copped one. Well, Brewer, the former Melbourne player, I don't think he's made a senior appearance with Collingwood so far this season. I stand corrected on that, but I think it's his first. The way to do it now for Hawthorn. I think he's looking for Hendry, their only effective forward so far in the evening, but McCormack comes out like the spirit of progress, and that typifies the Collingwood defence tonight and the Collingwood attitude to the game. Not forward, they're giving Byrne the chance on the wing. Byrne with the hand pass now towards half forward, looking for Banks. Banks in turn over towards Brewer. Brewer too slow. And he'll get a free kick out of it too, because he was grabbed when he didn't have the ball. I think Ross Brewer can consider himself a little bit lucky there. The pass up towards half forward, another mark for Banks, who, as I mentioned earlier in the commentary, has played very well for Collingwood tonight. Took a beautiful mark in the first quarter. That was the best mark of the match to date. Short pass, and Ray Shaw on his own. Marked some 40 metres out from Hendry, their most effective forward, and that was a good tackle. Coming out of the pack is Picken, and he's got a free kick this time for the Magpies. Gives it over towards Ireland. Weirmouth. Breaking away well, looking out there for Byrne on the wing position, but it goes past him. Banks. Banks and deep here to Domenico. Banks picks it up well. Looking down there for Betts. Over the head of Betts and also Austin. Brewer. Brewer's on his own. Nobody within 5 metres. He's got a chance to steady. That's going pretty close. That's a goal. Well, he was well shepherded, I'll say that, because no Hawthorn player came within cooey, and he had all the time in the world to pop that one through. That's his first, and Collingwood with a lead of 4 goals, I would say, are almost home.
Well, a beautiful goal by Brewer, Pete, and would lift his confidence tremendously, because he's been down on confidence. We watched Brewer again, missed it the first time, went down, and he had plenty of time to steady, although only took it off one kick, and a beautiful goal by Ross Brewer. It was noticeable, Lou, the number of Collingwood players who came and patted him on the back.
Well, there's the ball kicked out.
Looking for Terry Moore. McCormack's against him. McCormack couldn't take that one. That's a rarity. Magro does, though. Out towards the halfback. That's a nice mark. Let's see. Taken by Brewer, who, as soon as he came onto the ground for Collingwood, kicked a goal up at the other end. Ross Brewer, formerly of Melbourne, and his first senior appearance tonight for Collingwood. Brewer's kick. Oh, he should have taken that mark, but Collingwood are backing up so well, aren't they? There's Worthington. Worthington goes for the hand pass to Brewer, and Brewer clears for the Magpies.
Brewer gets it out now, looking out there for Banks. Banks having a bit of...
Tries to break clear, he eventually does, and a hurry kick comes out in the direction of Ray Shaw eventually. His hand pass will find Weirmouth, and Collingwood away through Brewer this time. One bounce, and going goalward is Ross Brewer. This is a good-looking kick, a magnificent kick by Ross Brewer, and it's a goal.
Again, there's a go now for North Melbourne to get it, but they overrun the ball. They're all overrunning. Down goes Picken. He can't pick it up. Punched away that time by Magro. Back to Brewer over to Valley. Valley boots it up towards the full forward zone.
Away they go again. Speeding up the ground. Valley. This is Davis as if he wants it. A very, very fine mark to Brewer and a goal.
At the 4-minute mark in the second quarter, Collingwood 32, Essendon 14. Moore gets the tap down. Up towards Kink. He's grabbed by Steele. Gets it across to Shaw. Shaw in turn to Brewer. Brewer to Edwards. Edwards on to Weirmouth. Weirmouth will go through the pack. Dummy. Fire for goal. And there's Collingwood's 6th goal and Weirmouth's 2nd in about 45 seconds of play.
Danger again for the North defence. Dempsey, but straight to Brewer. Nice little Weirmouth. He has to go the long way round, but he can line up the sticks. Under pressure. Now Boys. Put himself under a lot of pressure then. Brewer, who's been a good player for Collingwood. A bit of a surprise packet to some. Carlson takes the free kick. Centre wing. Oh, and still the scuffling and elbows and backhanders go on. Carlson, the short one to Olsen. And he's on the half-forward flank. swamped. Now Glendenning, he hasn't given up fighting, but he just can't take a trick for his side. Gives away a free kick, and he looks, a picture of abject misery at the moment. Dreyer over the centre line. Brewer front position for Collingwood. Oh, good mark, Brewer. Great mark in front of the pack. And he's been a useful player on the half-forward line. He's just forward of centre wing. And gets a 15-metre penalty too, as Law wouldn't come back on the mark. Brewer looking to run on, but cleverly done, Law. Now Brewer gives the short one on to Carlson. Out wide to Olsen. Left foot in short. Finds Davis, who can line them up from 30 metres out.
At the back of McCormack, over the top came Worthington, the ball on the turf. It's anybody's ball. Brewer can't pick up clean. He's being tackled, but got the hand pass working. There's two Collingwood players there. And Shaw, their skipper, takes it away. They'll shepherd it out. Shaw goes up the field from the wing position, drives in.
Around his opponent, and captain of Collingwood, Ray Shaw, screws the ball back, but it's all Collingwood as we see Ross Brewer take a timely mark. Closer than centre half back. He's only 35 metres out from the Fitzroy goal. Brewer indicating he's going to go for the long kick, and that he does as he puts it up to the wing. Ray Shaw takes full advantage, comes in towards centre half forward. A poor kick by Muggerman though, goes into the arms of Brewer. Brewer across to Peter Moore. Moore has one bounce to draw the players up to him. Gives it across towards Kevin Morris in the centre. It wasn't a good bounce, but he had time to come back and get the ball. Across to Carlson, and from centre half forward, Lee Carlson puts the long kick down towards the...
Getting it. McMahon getting a hand pass back toward Quinlan. He's going to run into trouble here, and that he did. Did he ever? Ran into a wall.
Good defence by the Collingwood players. First Byrne and then Ireland, who chased right down the ground. Now he handballs on to Brewer. He'll give it over the top to Wearmouth. Wearmouth doesn't handle it cleanly, gives it back to Brewer. Brewer balks around, goes onto the left foot, then handballs across to Byrne. Collingwood beginning to do as they like in that burst of play.
Quickly on to Byrne. Over half back to centre wing, and Kink, who uses his body to take the mark against Ick. Away he goes. Ick can't catch him. To half forward, shepherded by Morris. He centres the ball for Brewer, and Brewer's got it.
Towards Brewer. Ebert overran the ball. Davis, he nearly had it, then he lost it. Dench is fighting hard. Shaw! Now he'll take all the time in the world. 35 metres out, you can see the angle. This will be 17th kick. Collingwood by 19 points, the clock showing 26 minutes and 10 seconds. Ray Shaw, the Collingwood skipper, short. Brewer.
7.5 minutes gone. Down to McCann, who fumbled. Edwards in with a chance. Edwards gets it out to Olsen. Olsen kicks it goalwards in the forward pocket. Brewer, his second touch on the ball was out. And the mark awarded to Ross Brewer, right on the boundary line, in the right forward pocket. He missed from in front a minute ago. So what chance from here? Just as likely to confound us and put it through. Banana kick. What a goal! Collingwood for the grand final.
Go to a score of 2 points. So it's only a point the difference after, what, 12 minutes, and Pete, this could be a very short quarter.
And a very low-scoring game, the way it's going at the moment, Lou. Morrison, McConville, or Brewer it is, actually. He's got the mark, Brewer.
Brewer, Pete would probably be very happy with Melbourne at the moment for swapping him with Phil Carman.
I'd say, because Ross Brewer, a former Melbourne player, and his first grand final up this time right on the point of the centre square. Moore and Fitzpatrick. Moore got that one out. Brewer, Morris. Morris, a long kick to position to half forward. Harms. Oh, over he goes. And picked up by Brewer. Brewer snaps it back towards David. And missed by Kink. McConville tackle. Duel to Jones. Armstrong. And umpire Kevin Smith says it's a push in the back to Dennis Banks. And Banks to take the free kick. Brewer on his own. Brewer about 55 metres out. On a fairly acute angle. Would need to be a very good kick today to score from there. former Melbourne player. In he comes, the umpire speaking to a couple of players in the goal square. That's Harms and Shaw. Brewer fires. That's not a bad kick. Edwards is behind Dool. Again, he's certainly revelling being on the ball because he certainly added some bite to it there. Ireland's kick down towards the centre wing position. Southby couldn't take the mark, got into the back of his opponent seemingly. It's a Collingwood free kick, and I agree. Play on, Banks drives the ball long in towards the pocket for the Magpies. Brewer's right there, keeps it in play. Davis fires at the goals. It's going close, but just bounces offline.
It says the closest player to it, and I think it's fair enough. If Olsen couldn't take his kick at the moment, it would be against Collingwood.
That's right, so Moore takes it, and what a good kick it was. Mackay flew high, mark to Brewer. That's judgment for you, isn't it?
Well, actually, Big Mackay put them all off. He went up about a half an hour before acceptances.
Now this should be a goal, and it will put Collingwood further in front. Brewer has hit to score one today. He should alter that statistic very shortly. In he comes from 10 metres out, fires, goal. Collingwood go further ahead with that goal to the former Melbourne player, and then Edwards was up, trying to get clear. Let's see, it's Keogh. He's caught with the ball. And the free kick to go Collingwood's way, to be taken by Renee King, a little bit short of the centre circle. A dirty day for Renee King as he boots the ball long towards Kevin Morris, actually over his head. Southby missed the mark, picked up by Brewer. He snaps at the goals. That's going close. Is it a mark or a point? I think it's a point. Shaw was over the line. Collingwood still live, but they now need 2 goals. Can they get them? 65 to 75. The VFL Grand Finals through HSV and associated stations throughout Australia. Fitzpatrick, Wearmouth driving Collingwood into attack now up to
forward line. A long kick. And a good mark to Brewer, playing down there at half back, or in the back pocket. I'm not quite sure where he's playing. Played most of his football on the attacking side of the ground.
Held in a short pass, but his man down there was covered. That was Harms. Olsen over to Wearmouth. Back to Brewer, and the Magpies can get it clear here. They want to get the run down the ground. Ross Brewer from centre half back. Brewer looking out there for Carlson, who's on his own, and Lee Carlson bursts away now. He'll drive Collingwood up into the... Collingwood's Ross Brewer. He's at right half back, Ross Brewer. A wobbly punt kick. Wearmouth in.
Back it goes out there to Johnson, a long kick. A good chance now for Brewer to take the mark, and Brewer takes it at half back, looking for someone to give it to. But I'll try and drive it down there as quickly as I possibly could. That's a long kick out there towards that time again by McConville. Driven back by France. There's a chance for Brewer to mark again. A hand pass to Moore. Collingwood trying to get it down there. It's a shocking kick off the side of the boot. Out it goes to Ricky Barham. He's away from his opponent. And look at him go. He's trying to bounce the ball. He's actually bounced. He got one in the back. It'll be a free kick to Ricky Barham.
A clever free kick, though.
We're at the 25-minute mark. It won't be a long quarter because there hasn't been many goals kicked for the quarter. 4 goals, so I'd say about 29. There we see him, pushed him in the back.
No doubt it was a free kick that Dool desperate just to try and stop Barham.
The kick by Barham is up there, doesn't reach the distance. They're looking there for Sheldon. Burns going after it. Sheldon's got a chance here. They both go down. Burns first to recover. Right to Brewer again. Collingwood still trying to get it up there. And a mark to Andrew Ireland out there on the wing position. 26 minutes gone, and still Carlton 10 points in front.
Ireland up towards half forward, and McConville, has he taken the mark? No! Wearmouth got it over to Edwards. The Carlton fans weren't too happy with it. Edwards runs it and fires at the goals. And what's he done with it? I think he's missed. No, it's a goal! The difference is again 4 points. Any team can still win the 79 Grand Final. Let's check the scores. It's Collingwood 11-11, 77. The Carlton 11-15, 81.
We just saw it on replay there, Peter, and McConville, you could have paid the mark, but then again, when you're on your own, you should hold those. He should have run it down the hands and into the arms, and McConville definitely should have pulled it in.
It's 11-16, 82. Carlton, Collingwood 11-11, 77.
I tell you what, it's not enough to give a commentator a heart attack. A short pass out to Brewer, and he's been a pretty good player since moved down to that half-back line. Collingwood trying to get it around there. There's a go for Magro. He's going for